Hello and welcome. Whew, there we go. Straighten up, fluff hair. Here I am, the Guru Mama. Mary June Tracy, psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach. And Tanya, I'm getting so excited. I get to see you soon. Uh, and see you in actual person. That's going to be so exciting. So thank you everybody for joining me today. Facebook has changed their algorithm. I don't know what they do. I think, you know what I'm thinking? This is what I'm thinking. You guys want to know what I'm thinking? Is that these guys sit in this room and they're like, oh, let's just screw people up on Facebook who do Facebook Live. And I don't know. I don't even know how. I have a general idea of how an algorithm works, but to program it, I have no freaking idea. So that they just go in there and they just say, oh, let's do something different here. So now I have a strip that goes across the top that tells me how many views that are on and how many people are viewing at the time and stuff like that, which I didn't have before. So so there's a few little changes that they're doing. But thank you guys for sharing and tweeting me out. Tweet me out, twat me out. And share this out to your friends and family if you dare. So welcome. Well, the moon is going to be slipping into Scorpio later on this evening. And I think that's going to bring a little bit of magic into the whole thing. Right now, I feel there's, I don't know. I know we're constantly processing, and we have the full moon coming up in Sagittarius, and this energy that's coming in of processing, right? So Bobby, I just got your text, so just an FYI, yes. And I'll get you booked in. There's a constant processing that we're doing, and I feel we are in a, you know, this energy of change. So, but I don't feel like it's going like this. This is, you know, how sometimes we see energy go, like, you know, like a tornado. But I feel like it's going like on a cylinder, you know, like we're kind of going sideways. And that's the energy that I'm seeing for us, is that we're going in like this. So sometimes we're not feeling like we're totally balanced, like we're grounded. And as this energy is moving us, and we're moving in this spiral energy upwards, there's pauses within there. Crazy as it sounds, we have these pauses that are happening, right? And as we, okay, you go to your appointment, as we go into these pauses, as we go into these spaces, and I feel like they're these like a void course, I guess you would call it. But yeah, you felt lopsided lately. Good. I'm not the only one. Melissa and I are both feeling lopsided. But as we go into these spaces, they're kind of like these spaces of kind, I'm going to call it like a lull. And then we get, and then the anxiety happens, and then we get anxious because we've been, okay, we're doing our thing, we're going along, and then boom. And I think with this Libra energy, and as you know, with Libra, and we have that Libra, we've got Mars in there. So here, hold on. So this Gemini energy with the sun and everything is very, you know, moving things around. We're trying to figure it all out. And then we have this, all their energy that I feel that's coming in with this Mars. Mars is still trying to figure it out in Cancer, with Mercury in there, and they're oppositioning, you know, the big dudes, right? These big dudes are coming in, and and it's like, it's, you know, as I call them, you know, the mafia brothers are like, here I am trying to figure things out. And it's like we're going down now this alleyway, and this alleyway is kind of like this void, this place that is just there. It's just an alley, it's just there. And in there, we're figuring it out. We're figuring some things out. And but in there, in that alleyway, we forget that there's these doorways along here. These doorways of light, these doorways that we can open. and the doorways that we can open and say, hey, you know what? Archangel Michael, come before me. Archangel Raphael, come beside me. Archangel Uriel behind me, and Archangel Gabriel on the other. I call for my forces to be around me, surround me, guide me. And we forget. We forget because we get so crazy, right? Red light, green light. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Amanda. Red light, when you play red light, green light, go, red light, green light, you know, this is where, but in that is the energies, our God, our goddesses, the universe is coming in and saying, hey, hello, we can't just take you and just rip you out of everything. Although sometimes that's, what we feel like we need. We need to give you this little bit of a rest. And as the moon will go into this magical energy of, it makes this magical energy of Scorpio come in. And as the moon goes in there, there's Uranus right across the street. And Uranus is right across the street. And he's saying, it's like grandpa, he's sitting there. He's saying, okay, yeah, I'm making waves here. How are you doing? And the moon is just coming in to illuminate that and saying, yeah, you know what? This has been some crazy energies that we're having. And I feel, and this is, here comes Uranus. He goes, yeah, I get it. I understand. But in order for you and I and all of us to bring forth the love and the joy and the peace and the compassion and harmony within our lives, you got to understand what it is. See, a lot of people have missed what that means. They miss what love is. They miss what compassion is. They miss the understanding of what joy is. They don't get it. They have to be shooken up. And in that shake-up for all of us, we look around and we're like, oh my God, look at this person, look at that person. And being an empath, we feel that vibration. We feel that anxiety. We feel that overwhelmness from it all. And we're like, wow, okay. And he's saying, you don't have to take it all, right? You don't have to take it all. I just want you to be aware of it. I just want you to be aware that, you know what? We need to have some more appreciation for what it is that we do have. I'm like, oh, okay. So going down this alley, we can say, hey, thank you for this alleyway, and thank you for the doorways. Thank you for the energies that are around us. And the one part thing is that, as Uranus is sitting there and he's saying, but you guys want it all at once. It's not going to happen. You think that doing your purging and everything's going to happen all at once. No. Sometimes, depending what it is, it can take a while. It can take a little bit of processing to understand where it is you are, what it is that you need to be doing. It can take a bit. And if you're feeling bored, and if you're feeling like this is just not you, then you're out of alignment. If you're feeling like, oh, how, yeah, whatever, this is great, then you're out of alignment. Because then you are not being challenged. You're not embracing what it is that you need to be embracing, right? And of course, Sherry's very impatient. She wants it all now. And as we partake in this spiral dance of life, and we're able to take those little lulls, those breaks, those stops, those momentary, not to freeze, those momentary breaks that say to us, okay, let's just gather what we need, gather your angels, gather your troops, make sure everything is in order, and let's move forward. Because that's what that does. That's what this energy is doing for us. And as we get into that Sagittarius energy is going to be like saying, you know what? There's more to it. There's more for us to explore. What more do you want to explore? And especially with the Jupiter there. What more do you want to explore? What other doorways do you want to open? We want to expand things for you. But the thing, and as we're expanding things for you and opening these doorways to bring in calmness, peace, happiness, there's a part of us that we have to start listening to, because racing around with chickens with our heads cut off is not helping us, right? I'm an aquafish. It is bringing this energy in of harmony. So if you're getting an intuition to um, do some arts and crafts, do some arts and crafts. If you're getting some energy to get out and go for a walk, go for a walk. Nothing spectacular may happen during that time, but it's a movement of forwardness. And that's what it is. Because you might be thinking, oh, well, what's a walk going to do for me? Or what do you mean? What do you want me to paint right now? But it's a movement of moving forward. It's a movement of allowing some energies to get out and move forward, you know. And you found a wand gathering cedar. Perfect. See, the gifts are there, right? This beautiful gifts are there. You get your cedar and stuff, and then there's a beautiful wand. Or if you have willow, oh my God, if you guys have willow, right? Go out and collect some willow. Ask the willow tree, always ask, and then you can gather. So right now, as we're going through this one transition, what it's doing, it's getting us to move in, because not only is the solstice happening, okay, with Lilith, so this energy of the solstice is happening. That is so cool. And this energy of the eclipses are going to be happening. So we have this energy that's coming in, that's bringing in these huge waves of endings, because if you've worked with the eclipses back in January, you'll find that things are going to be coming to fruition or opening up for you, because that's how eclipses work. Not everything is revealed. It's revealed over a 6 months time. Then you have the next 6 months, because December. So we have this energy of cycles, and these cycles are working in, and within these cycles and within these spirals that are going on, we have those moments, those little pause moments as we're going up there. And sometimes as we're going up, it is a cycle. Not everything can rise. Sometimes we come back down, and we have to figure out, well, why are we coming back down? What's going on? I was just going up. So we have these cycles that go, and we have these dips, and we have these highs, and we have these lows. That's what the life is. That's what part of this spiritual practice is. But as we, have those little low parts that are coming forth, that are in and around us, we're like, okay, you know what? I don't have to stay here. I have the tools. I can, continue up the road. Okay, I did learn from this. Thank you. Let me go forward. So something new will come in, and that we'll have to learn and figure it all out. So we have this beautiful, and I'm going to call it this beautiful energy that is vibrating around us in bringing forth a calmness for us, and having us go into that calmness more. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, okay, this is the time. And I'm going to tell you, if you're getting very over anxious, and I was talking about this yesterday, there's herbs that you can look into. If you're not, must be why my sister got engaged in Mexico yesterday. The calm, coming in. It's just this energy. Libras are they can be very calming. They really can. They can just be calming, even because they're looking for that balance. But Libras are not a high, like they're not, they are the higher sense of Venus, right? They are the higher, they go up to the higher realms. So when working with this energy right now, it's not so much craziness. We've got the magic coming in with Scorpio. But Scorpio will take you to that crazy magic, take you into that crazy, what kind of potions do you want to make? What kind of things do you want to do? And Uranus is there and saying, yeah, try a little bit of that. That'll be good. Try a little bit newness over here. So that's what Uranus will do. Uranus will, with Scorpio, yeah, we'll work this out, kind of thing. But this is where we take this calmness. This is where we take this peace, and we come into that ebb and that flow. All right. So As I say, if you are on doctor's prescriptions for anxiety or anything like that, stay on them, but look into some herbal options for yourself, right? And the thing is that you're going to find, are you going to do a reading right now? No, I'm not. You're going to find, I did them yesterday. You're going to find that when you're taking herbal substances, they're not, they just like take it and you're like, oh yeah, this is great. It's not like taking a Tylenol or an aspirin. What they do, so when you're taking herbs and you're taking natural remedies, what they do is that they start to work with your system. They start to work with it and heal what needs to be healed. They work with the system. Unlike other, prescription drugs where they sometimes mask it. And when they mask it, what happens is that it gets to a point where it comes unmasked, and then you need more, and then you need more. But when we get into the natural healing remedies, they start to work in a nice ebb and flow, and they start working with our energies and our synergies of our body. And that's why Mother Nature has them for us. Mother knows. So Mother Nature will have these ones, but always, as I say, always look into a doctor's. So if you're feeling low and you're not on any other medication, St. John's wort. St. John's wort. I don't know if you guys have ever worked with St. John's wort. I'm going to go off on a tangent here. St. John's wort is a fabulous little herb. It is one that it's a beautiful yellow one, and with the leaves and stuff. But as you work with the flower and you put it into water, it goes red. As soon as you rub it, it turns red. It turns blood red. It's really cool. And that's why it got the name of St. John's wort, because St. John got his head cut off, right? So, and that's why it was called St. John's wort, because it helps with the anxiety that goes on with the head. Cool. And so if your head feels lopped off, you're feeling depressed, you're all over the place, St. John's wort is a beautiful herb to be working with, but it doesn't, if you're clinically depressed and on any antidepressants and stuff like that, you don't mix them. Do not mix them, because there's side effects to it. But if you're not on anything at all and you're feeling like, okay, I really need to start perking myself up, I need some St. John's wort. Okay, it'll really help. But remember, it's not going to be an effect that's going to happen right away. You got to give it at least anywhere from 3 to 10 days. But you're going to, and what the feeling is that you're coming out of some crazy tornado. You're coming out of a void, and it's just feeling normal. It's not like you get a high or anything. It's just like you get a clarity that comes with it. So, and I feel like because depression is a really big side effect of a lot of this energy coming in, that St. John's wort is something that you can look into, definitely. But as I say, if you're on any prescription drugs, please don't mix. But look into it. And don't go off your medications to go on it either. All right. Don't do something stupid. But this is something that can really work for you, because part of the side effects of this energy is feeling low, is the depression, is the anxiety, is wanting to escape because you don't want to deal with all the intensity anymore. So Mother Nature gives us beautiful herbs that are there for us. Ashwagandha, I talked about ashwagandha yesterday. It is one that works with the body. It works with the stress. It works with anxiety. Beautiful Ayurvedic drug. Holy basil tea is a really nice one. You can get holy basil. You can get it as bulk herb if you want to, or you can get it in a tincture. It's a really nice one, and you'll find that just sort of like, if you are feeling like you are just over the top. And really, there's a company called Sisu, SISU, and they have a product called Stress Rescue. Stress Rescue works with a amino acid, which is called L-theanine. L-theanine is a natural amino acid within the brain, but it also works with stress. And if you're finding that, because it's naturally produced, but on average, and I was just talking to a friend who's a psychologist and a psychotherapist, and she was telling me, she says, Mary, people right now, she goes, in her clinic, she goes, we are so overrun by people in the fright and flight. They are constantly in this fright and flight mode, constantly. And so their cortisols and everything are just off through the roof. Their heart rates are just erratic, and there's so many other things that are going on. And she goes, this isn't just her practice, but she says when we go to conferences, the biggest talk on conferences with psychiatrists and psychotherapists is mental depression. And the mental depression, and what they're finding out with mental depression, it's related to heart issues. Heart issues are related to mental depression because the heart controls the brain. This heart of ours, our lovely heart, this electrical system, which is like not very big, is controlling all what's going on within our body. And it controls like over 20% of the energetic flow, because of course we got the general going. We got the liver and we got the pancreas and we got everything else going. But she goes, if the liver or if the heart starts going, they've now noticed, and especially with more studies that they're doing, that people are finding the heart and mind linked, with depression. And so we started talking about the astrology, and I started talking about the energies. And she goes, yeah. She goes, she started noticing this more and more and more and more, right? And of stress and mood enhancement too. Yes. And she says it's just been one of those things within our society. It's on the increase, and that's why they're encouraging things like getting meditations in schools. They're encouraging, but she says then we have the opposition of belief systems and trying to um, work with different people's belief systems. And because some people don't believe in meditation, so we got to change the name from meditation to quiet time, calm time, peaceful nature time. She says we can't use the word meditation, because meditation for some is a negative word, and it causes a lot of fear, because then you're thinking that you're downloading crap into my child and they're going to, something's going to happen. So we're changing the name. We're changing the name to something else. Complications. I call it complications in my home. Yeah, exactly. So she calls it quiet time. This is okay. When everybody comes in the morning, we're having morning quiet time, and we're just going to breathe. So she says there's things like that we have to work with. Other places, she goes, where there's maybe other schools that are private, that it's part of the curriculum. So parents see that as soon as they're putting their kids in, this is what we do every morning. We're calling it meditation. We have yoga. We have this. And this is what we're implementing throughout the day, right? Call it peace out time. Right on, for my nephew. Right on. Yeah, peace out time. So it's this energy that's coming in right now, and this is what it's happening. And we might feel a little bit of it, or we might feel a lot of it, depending. But this is where Mother Nature comes in. Mother Nature herbs are just a fabulous. And then she brings us crystals, Aragat. This one is a funny looking one, but this one is really beautiful for meditation, bringing in that meditation, right? And this one here works beautifully with meditation. This one works really beautiful with calmness, as you can see with the color. So color association, if you want to work with the sacral and the solar plexus. So this is bringing in, some peace and calm as you hold it. So, things like that. And sometimes you don't think holding a lump of rock is going to do anything, but it really does. So this energy that we're having right now is really honoring ourselves with how we deal with it. And if you're feeling like you're going off the fucking deep end, really, if you're feeling like, You just can't take it anymore. I'm honestly saying, you guys got to call somebody, you got to reach out, because even, with my girlfriend, we were talking, and this is the other part of it, is that not everybody has a basis to deal with this, to deal with the transitions, to deal with the changes that are happening within our world right now. And that's where with when we talk about clinical depression or mental illness. And I had somebody tell me the other day, well, there was no mental illness in there, but they still killed themselves. I'm like, yeah, there was mental illness, but nobody talked about it. Conversation wasn't there. Conversation wasn't there, right? So it's the other things, having the conversations with your children. It's so young. How are you feeling today? Is it a good day? Is it a bright day? Discussing feelings with kids is a huge thing. And that's where part of this change is happening, because if we can start with them when they're young, as they get older, then they can start saying, okay, yes, I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling, overwhelmed. And, it's a start. We're not perfect. So, remember, we're not perfect, but we're trying to enhance things in a new and vibrant way within our world and within our own world and within ourselves, right? Family that have addictions are off their rocker. Yeah, different addictions. And sometimes, for me, I'm Irish. I'm really Irish, as Irish can be when you look at my lineage, is that alcoholism is a big thing in my family. The alcohol, it is part of the lineage. But you got to also think that back in the 1700s and 1800s, it was common to have a bin of cider, because no one's drinking water. Who's drinking water? No one's going to the creek to drink water. Like, really, if you think about it, you're not going to drink water. You're going to drink something that you can make and that maybe you can ferment, and it's going to keep all year round, right? So you're going to make a cider. You're going to make something that's going to be staying with you, that you can ingest. So there's different roots and stuff like that. So that's what you would use. And so people from my 3, 4 little kids starting to drink, they're starting to drink little things of cider every single day, which is an alcohol base. So, and what happens, next generation, they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. And then you go, and then it's amazing when you watch anything to do with history. But, then you have, where men went off to war. Many wars were happening. What do? You feed them alcohol, you feed them stuff in order to pep them up, to get them going. To later on, from World War II on, they fed them opiates. Vietnam War was, and they were saying, oh, there's so much drugs there. Yeah, those guys were pepped up on drugs. That's, LSD, acid, all of that kind of stuff. Pot was mild for them over there, just to get through the days. But this is where, for society, and now things are starting to change. We're starting to get a better understanding. And in many places with drugs are becoming more legalized, because when you can legalize something, you actually have a little bit more control over it, and having a little bit more understanding of where it's going and how it's being utilized in many ways. So anyways, so today, just take your time. A lot of countries have issues with no water. Yeah. You gotta think about it. Not everybody's gonna go down to the creek, and water was used for other things. Not so much as ingesting or drinking it all the time as we do today. So today, if you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, definitely start looking into things. If you're not on any prescription drugs or anything like that, or any type of medication, look into St. John's wort. Ashwanga, holy basil are really good ones. Nettle, drinking nettle is a really nice one. There's quite a few different combos, and I'll start bringing out more of the combinations and stuff for you. And you can find them in tea. Passion flower is a really nice one too. Chamomile. You can add some lavender into your tea. If you drink black tea, add a few things of lavender in there. It helps to bring in that soothingness. So there's many different little things that you can start utilizing and taking. So there you go. You guys have a fabulous day. Couple things. tarot readings. If you're wanting a tarot, my readings are all on sale until the end of June. So if you're wanting a reading, they're $75 right now. All my 1 hour readings are $75 in person or online. Either or. We also have the tarot horoscopes for July. So if you haven't ordered your July tarot horoscope, order it now. We also have, starting up tomorrow, 12 days of summer auction is happening on my Facebook tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So we're going to do it from about 4 till 10, and then we're going to cut it off, and then we're going to start again on Friday morning and go all day. So there are going to be different things up. Now, if you want Journey Club, here I'm going to get excited. Journey Club is going to be up on the auction block several times, and that is worth over 1,800 because it's a 16-week course, 8 weeks in the fall, 8 weeks in the winter. If you're wanting a Journey Club's the one. Angel Alchemy is going to be up there. Okay, so if you haven't taken the Angel Alchemy and you're thinking, $444, I can't really afford that, you'll be amazed at how these things go for such a good price. There's going to be tarot horoscopes up there, so I'm going to be grouping them in together. So there's a few of you guys that are coming up to your 6-month mark, so you can buy some packages there. Coaching packages, potion class, psychic development, medium class, spiritual warfare, all of these classes, because I'll be offering them again in the fall. This way you're going to be having them all ready and you can take them in the fall. And you already paid for it. So there's courses that I haven't, my Angel Magic course I'm going to be offering this summer is going to be coming up on there too. So because we're going to be doing some Angel Magic, Angel Medicine class. We're going to do an Angel Medicine class, and this is based on some of the books that I got. So I'm going to be doing a lot more little angel classes because angels are very magical and very powerful. So we're going to be doing some Angel Medicine, I think the Angel Medicine and the Angel Magic class is going to go hand in hand because we're using crystals and stuff. So bringing those in. So we're going to be doing those. And some of these are just going to be one-day classes. Some of them are going to be a weekend. Some of them are going to be 6-week classes. So be ready. I accept e-transfers, PayPal. So I take Visa, MasterCard, American Express, all of that for payments. And I do have the lovely Candace is going to be taking information and writing, and she's going to be following the auction as well for anybody who is, the winners, and writing the winners down so I don't miss anything. Okay, because Christmas one, it was crazy. It was bonkers. So if you really, and some people came back to me, I missed that one. Why didn't I get that one? You got to watch. You got to watch. Okay. So you got to be up there, you got to be watching, and it's going to be fun. And then when it's over on June 24th, then I'm starting the 21-day meditation. The 21-day meditation is going to be a morning meditation, and it's going to help us with a lot of the energies that are coming in with July. That's why I'm doing this meditation. The meditation is going to be helping for anxiety, stress, depression. It's going to be a Kundalini one. There's going to be a very simple mudra that we're going to be doing. I think it might be this one, of just allowing with the heart chakra and working with the heart chakra. So we're going to be doing a meditation with that for 21 days. And it's a price of a big coffee a day. So it's less than $5 a day. If you need a payment plan with it, anything I do, I have payment plans, people. So, and I think I put it at $80 for 21 days. So, and that starts on the 24th, and it will be in a group. I'll be starting off a Facebook group, because in the Facebook group, I'm going to be posting things to work with anxiety. I'm going to be posting things to do with depression, and herbs and things like that to help you if you're having a crazy fucked up day. So if you're interested in that and everything's recorded. So remember, if you don't get up at 6:30 in the morning with me, it's recorded. You can go back and you can watch it. All right. So there's that. So we have that for 21 days. And yeah, so there you guys go. Have a blessed one. Got to get going here. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you do, in all that you say, and all that you be. Have a blessed day, and be kind to yourself right now, guys. All right. I know the energies are kind of calmness and stuff like that, but just be kind. All right. Blessed be everyone. Bye bye.